Contract complete. Hello everyone, welcome back to Szpakowo for another episode of our tall tale of small survival. Now, coming here on the back of the last episode, we are going to offload some parsnips here. Now, we completed the contract, as I think you may have seen in a small clip from yesterday, or from the previous episode. Yeah, we finished, dropped a load off in the thing, sold one or two loads, and this is what we got left off of the field before we completed the contract. And I don't think it's going to tip side left. That is the correct side, but I don't think we're close enough. Okay, what I am going to do, to avoid faffing around too much, is disconnect the trailers here. Okay, I might be able to sneak in the back there. Just turn this around quick, up on the old pavement. Lovely job. Yeah, I think we can probably sneak in there and offload this trailer and then get the other one out of the way. So, yeah, I think we sold one or two loads, and of course I got stuck, haven't I? Let's just push our way through. Lovely. And let's unload these. Yeah, so I think we sold one or two trailer loads. I forget exactly. We put a couple in here as well, so I think we put one load in here already. Completed the contract, sold off a little bit, and this is what we've got left. So we'll have a quick look at that in a second, but there should be, I think, 17,000 litres in there now. And you might be wondering why I'm parking this trailer down here. Well, all will become clear in the not too distant future. Well, in fact, I can tell you about it right now. Oh, crumbs, he's harvested his potatoes quick. That saves us a job. Yes, so, let's have a quick look. We've got, yeah, 18,300 in there, plus another 8,200 in there. We sold a little bit, and we'd yeah, drop some off here. I'm forgetting my words because it was a little bit ago that I finished that episode. But yeah, so that is where we are right now. Now, the reason I left the trailer there, where I left it, is because we have a little bit of another parsnip job to do. Now, don't worry, I'm not going to put you all through it, because, yeah, that was... Oops, I've got to get that. Yeah, I've got to get on the right tool. There we go. That was quite an adventure we had doing those things. Oh, this hasn't gone well. Yeah, what am I trying to say? I'm trying to think of words here, and while I'm doing this, and it's all going horribly wrong. Let's set that... Oh, it doesn't have a back tip side, does it? That's annoying. Okay, so we'll have to go with that, which means I'm going to have to straighten up a bit, and then hopefully we can get this reversed in. No, all gone wrong. All gone wrong. This is the one reason I'm not mad keen on these swivel axle trailers. Yeah, they're not terrible. They can just be a bit of a pain to particularly reverse. Especially because it would help if I was actually on the correct thing, wouldn't it? Yeah, there we go. So, yes, we've got a contract from this lovely lady here, Camilla, I think her name is? Yes, Camilla. So we are going to take these parsnips out of here and do that contract for her, with the intention of possibly buying the field off her. If not immediately, then in the not too distant future, because I think that will be a field not necessarily for us to use as a crop field, but that might be somewhere where we can start building on, because we are going to need a little bit more space, barn space and shed space, that sort of things, with We've got a few tools and trailers and things just kind of knocking about in the yard at the minute. Oh, we've got a lot of honey in there too. I don't know if you saw that briefly. Our bees have been going nuts. There's probably more up there right now, in fact, that I need to go and get. So let's get stuck on that. There we go. Helpful. I'm not lined up with that at all. Okay. Stop there. Attach that. Attach that. Okay, we're going to leave that running for a sec and huff it up to the end of the field here. Oh yes, that's the other thing. Our sorghum is now ready to go, and I'm pretty sure the chickens are going to need feeding right now, if not today. But let's have a quick look, see if our bees have got any more for us. No, they have not. Okay, well they've got sort of half a pallet, but we'll let that settle. We'll let that settle there for a bit until it's full. Or sit there. But we do have quite a lot of honey down here, which, if I look in the shed, you can see we've got 8 blooming crates of it, and it is 400 litres a piece, so that's not terrible. But yeah, so we've got 8 of those, sorry, and the price on honey I don't think is that good at the moment. I'll go up and find it again. So I think it was later in the year that the honey was good. Honey, there you are, honey. Yeah, February. So right now it's in the 900 range. Yeah, so we are going to not sell that yet. Some of that we might actually use in our production, which is something else we need to check on later on today. Because, yeah, that's a thing as well. So we've got a lot of stuff going on. It's got quite frantic all of a sudden here, he says, reversing into the house. So, how are we going to get our field harvested? Well, we could rent a harvester. That's going to be expensive though. So what I've decided to do, or not really decided to do, but the opportunity has come up. If you remember from last episode, we'd found that, forwards please, there we go, we'd found that, what was it, harvester? It was that E25 harvester that was up for sale, which someone locally had purchased. Well, it turns out it was purchased by the people of Szpakowo as a sort of community harvester. You know, I think it's in one particular person's name, but it is there as a sort of community harvester. Not that we can use it without having to pay a fee, of course, but the fee associated with that is a lot smaller than if we were to just rent ourselves a brand new harvester. And as luck would have it, and we've also got a contract for it, but yes, as luck would have it, if I got stuck on a tree, I've got stuck on a tree. As luck would have it, I got stuck on a tree. Yeah, no, that's not quite the luck I was looking for. As luck would have it, a chap who has a field just behind this one contacted us. I think it was through Camilla. She knows them, and they are actually going to be using the community harvester to harvest their field back there. So what they've done is they've asked us if we'd be willing to actually do that harvest job for them, since it's literally right opposite our farm. I mean, it's not quite right opposite, but it's close enough that it shouldn't be a problem. So this is just going to be a nuts thing of, not pumpkins, parsnips again. Yeah, this is going to be ridiculously crazy. Yeah, so, if I pop up the contracts menu and stop blathering, we'll see what's going on. So yeah, here we are, we're working for Camilla right now. Camilla Jankus. So that's fine, we'll get that done, mostly off camera once I've finished yapping. But yes, it's a harvest contract here for Antony Drogojedny. And he owns Field 50, which is literally just through those trees straight ahead of us. And he is going to be using that E512 harvester. Unfortunately, it's being repaired at the moment, and by the time the workshop has finished doing the repairs and the maintenance on it, he's actually not going to be available to use it himself. That's why he's asked us to do it, which ties in perfectly with our need to use it as well. So we'll get this harvest done. I think he said it was going to be ready at about 8 o'clock or so. It's getting stuck. Something's getting stuck and I'm not sure what on. Okay, mystery something there. But yeah, so he said the harvester should be ready around about 8:45, 9 o'clock. So we are going to do this contract, get it done, and go up and grab the E512 from the workshop. So yeah, I think that pretty much covers it at the moment. I'm panicking because I've got so much on and can't remember what we're doing and when we're supposed to be doing it. But yeah, long and the short of it is we've got this contract to do here for Camilla, with the prospect of actually purchasing this field. Obviously we didn't want to purchase it while it was full of crop because, you know, that's rude and not really how the world works. But yeah, so since it came up as a contract, I figured let's just grab the contract. We'll do that, we'll complete it, we'll get the parsnips off for her, and some for ourselves, of course. And yeah, then we may think about purchasing the field. But we're also going to do the, I think it's soybean, I think I said it was soybean. We'll do that for chap over the road there, Anthony. Yeah, something like that. We'll get his contract done, and then we can hopefully harvest our field before the end of September, which would be brilliant because I'm sure our chickens are getting hungry now. So yeah, I'm going to roll on with this and get this done, and with any luck we should be jumping back in later on in the morning to have a crack at that other contract with the harvester. Now it is all up at the shop, so the header's up there as well, which is fine. All crumbs going all over the place. Yeah, the header's up there as well, just off to the side, and it's all paid for. He'd said we just have to pop a little bit of money into the communal harvester fund, and yeah, then we'll be able to borrow it. So I shall see you all back in the not too distant future once we're doing that, because I know you don't want to see parsnips again, and I did promise we weren't going to spend another half a dozen episodes doing a crop like this. Alrighty, we are back again, and as you saw from the little video clip there, we did complete the contract for Camilla. Yes, I think that was her name. We cashed that in for like €400, and we ended up with about an extra, I think if we check here, about an extra 9,000 litres of parsnips, I think was what it was. Parsnips, where are you? Not that far down. There they are, parsnips. Yeah, I think we got an extra 9,000. Yeah, it was about that. And I think we sold a couple of 100 litres as well when we'd taken it over to the contract. But yes, so this is the harvester that we are borrowing. The Fortschritt E512, there it is on the side. Now the header, they've said, is just in the next lot over. That should, yes, there it is. That is ready for collection. So what we're going to have to do is transfer some money for the rental purposes. So I shall do that now. Get rid of that map as well. Where are we now? Okay, so I am going to transfer money to the people of Szpakowo. We are going to do €300. And the reason we came up with that number is because if we look at the contract screen here, for this actual contract, the equipment that the rental on the equipment, like on this baling one here, it would be €78 to rent all that equipment. The rental cost for this particular one with the equipment they were offering was like €264, something like that. So I figure we'll just do an even 300 and we'll use it for the contract, and then we get to use it for our field as well. Oh, this is a nice looking old harvester, this. Let's see if it's going to... I mean, it should work. It's all fully repaired and everything, so that's good. I'm pretty sure I'm not going to be able to do this with that mirror, but you never know. No, I don't think I will be. What about that mirror? Is that one any better? Considering I just got stuck on the fence, probably not. Okay, let's see what we've got in here now. Should be able to attach to that fairly well. There we go. Get that wheel up there. Lovely. Well, it's not the biggest header in the world. I think it's 3.5 meters, 4 meters, something like that. It's not the largest, but oh, there goes my foot on the old pedal there. Lovely stuff. But yeah, so when we are finished with this one, we will be bringing it up to one of these farms up the side here. Someone else is going to be using it for, I think, an oat harvest. But yeah, we'll just be leaving it there for them at some point when we are done. And yes, so where are we going? We are going to field 50, I think it's field 50. And that is literally just down the road here. We're going to bung a right next to where our pig pen and stuff is, and it's literally just around the corner, just over the little stream that sort of runs down the back of our foresty bit. So if we wazzer left here, but not quite like that, because I've just driven straight into that tree. Is that going to squeeze? There we go, that squeezed past. It's got quite a high cab, this thing. Or they're very low trees, one of the two. But yeah, we're working our way through. So yeah, that's that water point we were using last episode. Or the one before, maybe. Yeah, I think it was the one before. But yeah, this is the field right here. So I'm just going to hop off and get this out there so we can grab that. Hopefully we can spin around. I'm not quite going to make that turn, but that's okay. Lovely. Look up to the front of this. And I think there's a PTO I need to... cables, okay. Yeah, I don't think there was a PTO anywhere. Well, that should work. Well, let's give it a go. Let's see how this does. Might as well start this side. Now these are soybeans, so there won't be any straw coming out of it, which is fine. It'll just be a shredded mess. Or something coming out the back. I'm not quite sure what that's doing. It's dropping something, but that's fine. And luckily this is a fairly low yield crop. It's a good value, but low yield. So we'll probably just need one trailer load, I would think. I'm not sure quite how much work they've done on this field. But we shall see as we get going. Okay, oh, 10% through harvesting already. Yeah, it's not too big of a field, just a little square one that you can see here. This is chugging along quite nicely too. Even this harvester might be a little bit too big for us in the long run. I mean, in the long run it might not be too bad of a size. You know, it's small enough. It's kind of lengthy at the back, but yeah, we'll have to keep our eyes out for it. Obviously we won't be able to use this all the time. It'll just depend on who else is using it, when it's available, all that sort of stuff. But luckily this time we did hit the jackpot somewhat with Antony using it when he was, or not being able to use it, so having us do the contract work sort of thing for him. So that worked out in our favour quite nicely, because we'll use it and then send it on down the chain to the next person, and that should be good. So how are we doing so far? Well, we're 35% full already. We'll have at least 1,000 just from one headland, which is not that bad actually, considering the size of this field. Yeah, maybe we will need a couple of trailer loads, possibly. Not sure if we'll need 2 trailer loads, or maybe both the trailers. We'll see. I mean, we've got, I think it's what, 8,200 litres of space in that other one. The swivel axle I love so much. Yeah, anything extra left over from this one we will just sell straight away. There's no sense in us trying to hang on to this. I don't know, I say that. It might be useful for the pigs when we eventually get them up and running again. There's no telling quite when that will be though. It might be a good while yet, but I suppose it won't hurt to have some on hand, because they can't just live on potatoes and parsnips, I guess. And whatever little bit of sorghum we left is mostly going into the chickens now. So there is that, although the pigs, I think that is one of the pigs' base food things as well. Yes, so since this isn't our field and it is just another contract, we're not going to spend too much time, you know, I'll do a lot of this off camera, I think, because, you know, like I say, it's not our field, it's just another contract. And the important part is when we get to do our field with this, that's going to be the big impressive bit of action. But I did want to show some of us using this right now, because obviously we are doing some farming. Well, we're doing somebody else's farming, I suppose you could say. But yeah, this is a lovely harvester. I would not say no to this one. Yeah, there are quite a few options out there though that I've got my eyes on, depending on what comes up for sale, and one or two. I think there is one other option that is something we could get even if a used one doesn't come up. There is a potentially restored one available for not too much money, which might be what we have to get for starters. But that's all pie in the sky for future us to deal with. So for now, I'm going to keep puttering around here doing this contract, and we are almost at the end of it. Almost at the end of it. We're almost at a full tank, so maybe I'll just keep yapping for a few more minutes so we can get this tank full, then I'll go and get the tractor and get all this little lot sorted. But yeah, 2,000 litres already. Well, we might have to make a trip or two. This is a little bit more than I was kind of expecting from a field this size. But maybe he'd done a lot of work fertilising and treating it and stuff like that, so it's got a better than average yield perhaps. That's cool. Let's see, I think this is 2,300 litres. Yes, there we go. Okay, so I shall pop the pipe out. lovely creaky noises. And we'll just stop the engine for a minute there. And I'm going to run off and grab the tractor and a trailer and get that unloaded and carry on. And I'll see you all back once we've finished with the contract, I think. I'll snip through the bushes. I think I parked the tractor somewhere around here. Oh, crikey. It almost smacked my face on the back end of that thing. Really needs a wash too. But yeah, so I'll see you once we've got a bit further along with that contract. If not actually completed it. And start work on our own. Why are we in reverse gear? So many mysteries we may never know the answers to. Okay, here we are coming up to the end of the harvest section of this contract, and we did not have a single row of shame. Yes, it has gone very smoothly indeed. We ended up getting, we'll see in a minute, but we got quite a lot off of it, ironically. I think this is the 4th drop-off, so we had probably close to about 3 full loads. We'll see in a minute, because, I mean, that is looking pretty full. Not gonna lie. Now, I think what we are going to do is grab that trailer and the header trailer. Not actually going to take the header off for now, but we'll attach that quick and do a quick circle and just leave that on this little side road here, and then we'll pretty much head straight into our own field once we've finished this contract. Because I think we can, if I, oh crumbs, can't see for all the trees here. We might be able to sneak in there and do it. Well, I tell you what, we'll leave it here. That way, once we get done with the contract, we can just bring the thing back in. Let's whiz up here quick. Oh, actually we can't because there's a trailer in the way. Let's go down here and then whiz up this side road and hope there isn't something else blocking us. Lovely. Yep, so we will pause here. We'll leave this here for now. That is a glorious looking harvester. Not ours, but I do enjoy using it. So let's run back and grab, in fact we can cut down this side here now. And just hop straight across this little stream. Try not to get wet. There we go. Lovely. So let's see what we ended up with. Okay, 7,234 litres of soybeans. That's not bad. I mean, that's a decent sized field, I guess. Or a decent haul for a field that size. Let's look at the contract and see where it's going. Henrik's SPZOO. If I remember rightly from the series I did in FS19, that SPZOO stands for, or is basically the equivalent of, what is it, like a limited liability company, an LLC, in sort of US, UK type terms, I think is what that stands for. It is the sort of Polish equivalent thereof, and I'm not seeing a thing on the map for it. Oh, crikey, there it is. Oh, smashing, that is perfect, that's right behind the not the workshop, well, yes, the workshop, the store, shop, front thingy, it's just up there, so that is absolutely fantastic. So you never know, that might actually be a field we could potentially think about getting at some point in the future, because we are going to need some fields for crops, and yeah, this 8,000 or 7,000 litres of soybean is quite heavy, it seems. Okay, now what we can do is nip up here, I think. Oh, not that far. We'll go up through this little side track, hopefully, once the gear... Crikey, that is heavy. was having a nightmare pulling this, and yet 13,000 litres of parsnips, not a big problem. I mean, well, we are going up quite an incline, I suppose. Yeah, we'll get there eventually. I think it's starting to level out now. I guess soybean is a more denser, heavier product than parsnips would be, and I suppose too it's a bean, yeah, so it's a fairly small unit in and of itself. You know, when you look at a parsnip, it's a great big honking thing in comparison. So yeah, I guess the weight would make more sense, and that's okay. So we are going to slowly make it around here, but I think we're up to the flat spot now, so we should... Yeah, there we go. Lovely job. Now I do know the tractor's looking a bit in need of repair again. We've got at least one fault on it now, but it's been a couple of months since the last service and everything, so that probably won't hurt just to repair it a bit. Now I think it's this... Is it here or is it there? Oh, it might actually be there. What side are we tipping out of? Left. Let's switch that to right. Oh, that's a weigh station. Duh. Oh, I'll tell you what. If I back up onto it, we'll see exactly how much it weighed. Oh, that's interesting. That weighs 10,588. I think when we came through the other one with 13,000 litres of parsnips, it was weighing a bit more than that, but it didn't have as much trouble pulling it. Strange. This should be the place, shouldn't it? Yeah, it should be here. Oh, and of course I've done it again. I was not on the trailer. So let's sell this off. See how it goes. Stop it a bit. Yeah, we might as well just sell it all. Yeah, there wasn't a whole lot left, but Anthony Dragojedny has given us a 10% discount, and we got an extra 361 euros. That's not bad at all. Okay, well in that case, we might as well just drive down this way and out. We've got our farm to start having a look at now. And we really need to give this trailer a bit of a wash. I mean, the tractor too probably could use one, and the bucket. It's all getting a bit manky looking. Oh dear. Yeah, so now the exciting part comes. We get to do our own field. Now the question is, what are we going to put in it afterwards? Because, I mean, there's quite a lot we could put in it. Definitely got some options, but we shall worry about that later. For now, I am going to park this just here on this little patch of grass. Leave that there, huff it across here, and let's get going with this. Oh, that's probably going to be in the way, isn't it? Ah well, we'll figure it out. Right now, we need to get some sorghum off of the field. Fantastic. Now, hopefully we're not going to come a cropper on this tree, although I have a feeling we might. Oh no, it's okay, we managed to push our way through it. Lovely. And I have no idea how much sorghum we're going to get off of this field, or even how much we're supposed to get off this field. All I know is we need to get all of it off, because our chickens are hungry. They have completely run out of food now, so we need to make sure we get off it whatever we can. Oh yes. Now this part's going to be mildly inconvenient because all these trees, there's not a lot of room to turn. Oh, I'm stuck on the wrong thing, that's why. I was trying to lift the header up and it wasn't lifting. Then I realised it's because we were not on the actual header module. to apologise, bees. Sorry about all the noise. Okay. Let's see, we might just have to kind of cut down a little bit. Okay. Lovely. Now I'm hoping we get a good amount off of this in the end, because we have done the best we can with the field so far in terms of preparing it. I'm not sure we could have done any better. I mean, we might have been able to. I don't fully know. Oh, missed a little bit. Let's go back and get that. No stem left behind or something. Even if it's just a litre or two, that's still a litre or two for our chickens to munch on. And I mean, considering we've done literally one headland and we've already got 1,200 litres just about, that's surprising to me. I'll hop out quick and have a look. We're getting, yeah, it's only an 80% yield projection, but we're getting about 73% of that, so that's not terrible. Yeah, it could be better. Go forwards, please. Could be better, but I think we were slightly under pH'd, possibly. Something wasn't quite right for it. I forget what it was. I just remember it was something. I mean, it said pH in that little spot, but I don't think we rolled. Yeah, I don't think we rolled the field, or what's the other thing you can do to it? Mulched it, because it was grass beforehand. So there's only so much you can do with grass. Shall we get that little bit? Lovely. Come back through here. Now this we could potentially mulch and cultivate in and do all those good things too that we would normally do with a crop. And like I said before, there's no guarantee we'll be able to use this harvester again in the next season. Someone else might have it when we need it. So we are still looking at buying our own. This one is just a temporary loan for now. Oh, and in fact I should pay them again as well for our use of it. Yeah, because the first payment was for the contract, for sort of renting it for the purposes of the contract. But we'll sort that out at the end, I think, because this isn't going to take as long as the contract did. Not by a long shot. And I've just realised I've gone around the wrong way. I should have gone around the other way, yeah. I'm going to be very careful not to... okay, don't want to run over our own crop. So this, I think we can... yeah, I'll just drive down to the road and plonk it in that way. I think that'll be easiest. Will it though? I don't know. Actually no, I think we'll faff around a little bit and we'll bring the tractor up to here and unload it that way. Oh yeah, you can see all the delicious grain in there. All the delicious sorghum. Can we see that from the inside too? Oh, we can, there it is. That's the internal fill level. Lovely. Okay, let's get the tractor. Stop dithering around like a mad person. No cars coming. Good, good. In fact, what I might actually do here, once the tractor's started, is mess with the wrong controls again. We're going to come up with the bucket ready and see if we can drop a little bit into that. Just to see what it's going to do. Perfect. Okay. There we go. That's 700 litres in the bucket. So I can go plonk that in the chickens right away and they will be happy. Ah, lovely sorghum. Well, actually we won't be plonking it in there straight away because we've got the rest of this harvest to finish. Oh, and of course I've turned the engine off now. That was smart, wasn't it? Oh well. Back up we go. At least that's mostly out of the way there. So that should be fine. Now let's see. Come on, where's second gear? There's second gear. It's kind of hard to see in here under these trees. It's a bit dark. There we go. Okay, well, I shall get the rest of this field finished off quick. And we will see exactly how much delicious sorghum we have got. Alrighty, we are back again. And as you can see there, we got a total of 3,543 litres of delicious sorghum. That's actually not half bad. So we are going to plonk one bucket load of it into the chickens right away. Well, sort of. We're going to have to go over this massive curb. Oh, cracky, that's a bit of a... Yeah, I need to try and sort that out a little bit, maybe. Not that we're supposed to be going that way, but you know. So we are going to flip that to the left side. Because what I'm going to do is deposit all that grain out of the trailer into our silo here. For the first time we are using our silo. Oh, cracky. That may have gone a bit wrong. Please give me my trailer back. Thank you. Okay, yeah. Perhaps that didn't go exactly according to plan. But we did manage to escape with our tractor in one piece. So yeah, that is the first use our silo has seen. And that is awesome. So what I will do is stop here. Let's just double check the old silo. Yep, 2843. Perfect. So we'll fight our way through the bushes. Disconnect that from there. Come across here. And give the chickens some feed. Cracky. Yeah, this is a bit front heavy now. I tell you, that sorghum definitely weighs a bit. There you go, chickens. Have some delicious food. Lovely. Okay, so now I need to figure out what I am going to do. Because we have this here... That one seems to have... yes. So yeah, we've got our field here. What I think I am going to do is just pop the front loader off here. Because we're not going to need it for a little while. So we'll drop that on the ground there and reverse up. Well, I say we're not going to need it for a little while. We actually might do in the near future. But for now, I have to decide what we're going to do with this field. We've got sorghum there to sell at some point in the near future. I need to get some more potatoes into the old... let's run down and have a quick look at that. I think it is completely out of potatoes and water. So through the bushes, around the side of the pig pen. Yes, let's have a quick look here. Oh, we've got 2 more crates of delicious liquid courage there. I'm pretty sure this thing is well out. We are missing water and we are pretty much flat out of potatoes as well. So yeah, I'll have to do some work to get this up and running again. We've got a couple of pallets there. That's what, 480 litres? I'm not sure when the best selling time for that is. Probably closer to Christmas. A little bit of Christmas cheer for people. Yeah, so yeah, we've got a lot of things. Oh, contracts, yes. That has just reminded me. Where are we now? Scroll all the way to the top of all the baling contracts. There we go. We have finished field 50, so we'll cash that out. And I did say we were going to give them a little bit more, so we are going to transfer money to the farm. We are going to give them, I think, 100 this time, because our field was much smaller. So transfer that across. Lovely. Finance is dealt with. And I think what I might do off camera, just to get us a little bit of money, there's a couple of baling contracts going on here. We've got, what was it, field 14 and field 169, I think we're pretty close. 169, let me check where 170 is as well. Because 169 is right up here. It's this little thin, skinny field right there. Which one? We've done one of these ones before, I think. Was it that one? It might have been those two that we did before. So yeah, 169 is... Oh, and 170 is just up there. So, I mean, we might do both of those. The other one was 14, which is just there. Which actually looks a lot smaller. I don't think it is, but it could be. So, yeah. Well, I think we'll grab two of those. Since they're the closest, we'll get 169 and 170. I think they are both, yep, tedded, what's-ited, all that fun stuff. Okay, and 14 was probably the same, but we'll get that one. 14, yes. It seems like that one's a lot less. Let me check the size of those fields. That is 0.12 of a hectare. That is like double the size, but it's got a little bit extra on the end. Yeah, maybe we'll get field 14 instead. We'll get that one, the two smaller ones. Is that... what? I'm confused. I'm so very confused. It says they are already 80% done. Okay. So maybe, after all, they just want us to mow the field and not bale it, perhaps. Okay, well, I don't know. That's curious. But we'll deal with that off camera and see what happens. If it's just a case of they want it mowed after all, we'll mow some of it and call it good. You know, if they're happy with that, they're happy with that. And then we need to figure out what to do with this. But that is a problem for future me to figure out. So for now, I shall bid you all farewell. I'm going to grab the mower and head up there and see what all that nonsense is about. And yes, so yeah, if you've enjoyed whatever this was, do please put me in first gear to go forwards. Yeah, do please give us a like and hit the old subscribe button there too if you have not already. And comments are always welcomed, and if you would like to share this video, that would be greatly appreciated. And oh, I could have connected it from that side and climb over all this. Yep, so yeah, there you go. Yes, all those things. Share, like, subscribe, all the good YouTubery things, and I shall see you all next time. Cheerio, everyone.